tax rate times 1 minus the tax rate. Essentially, they are pretty close. Okay, then we can go ahead and calculate weighted average cost of capital. So first, for equity return, we just use share outstanding times share price. So net debt, tax rate, cost of debt, we learned it from the last class. So I'm not going to ask you to calculate it today. Here for equity premium, so go to here, grab this premium, and here grab this beta. For current dividend, go ahead to the dividend here. Current dividend will be 0.42. And it should be annual dividend. Growth rate that we're using here doesn't really matter between these two because these two are pretty consistent. So I'm going to just use 2.02. And cost of equity using this formula. So D0 times 1 plus G divided by the price plus G. And then for weighted average cost of capital, so I'm going to use this function. So this equation, this formula here. And let me look at the structure of this spreadsheet. So further on, I'm going to still use the formula here, but I will just need to change cost of equity. So that means my input for the weight, cost of debt, and also the tax rate will not change. So I'm going to just fix the cell here, and leave this flexible. Equity divided by equity plus debt times cost of equity plus equity times, here it should be the debt, and here it should be cost of debt times 1 minus the tax rate. Enter. So now, since I'm going to use this weighted average cost of capital formula for all the rest, I'm only changing RE for the following calculation. So I'm going to fix all other cells. Okay. For convenience, I'll just copy and paste. So moving to weighted average cost of capital by calculating cost of equity using golden paid out. So going to paid out here. And growth rate. So one thing, if you're careful enough, you may already notice here, this is in million. Here, for equity value, this is actually in billion. So if you do not spot this out, when you're calculating the cost of equity using the model here, you'll finally figure that out because that will be a pretty big number. So I'm changing this to here. Dragging it down. Drag it down. Drag it down. Now it's a pretty big number here. Then you'll notice that something went wrong. And what went wrong is this million, and here is billion. Now you can either divide this billion by 1,000 or increase this million by 1,000, like applying 1,000 multiplied by this number. So I'm going to do that. Divide it by 1,000. Okay, and then for Japan equals risk-free rate plus beta times RM minus the risk-free rate. Now I want to double check it since this is too big. So here it should be 9 and beta should be 10 and B minus 9. Correct. Good. So go to here, tax adjusted KPN. I'll just copy the formula and add the tax rate. Finally, I'll just take the average of all the weighted average cost of capital. Now remember, the average is 10 or 12%. Merck is 9%, meaning that their cost of capital is lower than the average. So investors, they are very willing to provide capital to Merck.